Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. It's a new prescription for a new you, America. Thanks for joining us and being a part of the program. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then make an appointment with me right now by calling 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. It's a free call anywhere in North America. This show is about you. It's about your health and your life. So if you're struggling with your health, I'm here to help. If you're doing really, really well and want to do better, here to help. All the questions about your health, we always want to hear your on-air personal success stories. Remember, when you share your story, you give people hope. And hope is some of the best medicine anyone could ever have. I'm your health and lifestyle coach. If you need a new prescription for your life, you can call in right now with questions about your health, 888-283-7272. It's a new prescription for a new you, America. We'll kick this segment off and go with Stephen. Hi, Stephen. Welcome to the show.
Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you as well. What's up?
Hey, I'm a 44-year-old male who's been lifting weights now for 2 years. I work out 3 times a week, upper body, lower body, 3 times a week. And I just started feeling kind of fat, sluggish, and I was having joint pain. I was reading in one of my fitness magazines about this diet called a whey fast / cleanse.
Okay.
And what it consists of is whey protein and all the fruits and vegetables I can eat, along with a good multivitamin, and Norwegian cod liver oil in the morning and at night, and 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Now, I've been on this for 2 weeks now. I have definite physiological changes that have taken place, especially in my joints, and I've had some fat loss, definite fat loss. I eat every 2 hours, it says in here, even up to every hour, go ahead and eat 2 scoops of whey protein, all the fruits and vegetables you want. The thing the article doesn't mention is how long I should stay on it, how I transition out of this diet into a healthy diet.
So the concept is great, but, you know, as far as long-term goes, I would just be – you remember, the body always wants to be in balance, and you understand that, I'm sure, from being in fitness and understanding you're trying to get your body into balance. So that's what the body looks for, so it seeks that out. You always want to keep it in balance. So fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, 33, and 33. Just keep them all equal. You don't have to go high protein, high carb, low carb, high fat, low fat. You don't have to do any of that. If you'll keep it simple, keep it balanced, but do the right kinds of foods. And what I mean by that is in the anti-inflammatory diet that's in my book, Empowering Your Health, it's real simple, okay? It keeps it at, you know, your protein sources are all lean quality, so you're not getting a lot of saturated fat in them. So you got lean beef, chicken, fish, eggs, all of that's great. And you can do the whey protein powder. When you get the whey protein powder, make sure that the actual whey itself is free of any antibiotics or hormones. Because if you don't get that, it's probably got it in there, and that's something you want to avoid. But that's your protein sources. I would stick with what it's talking about. And what reduces inflammation, the reason your joints feel better is because you're not getting your carbohydrates from pasta, from breads, from potatoes, from rice. You're getting it from the actual fruits and vegetables, which those alone in itself will help lower inflammation in the digestive tract, which lowers inflammation throughout the body. So that's why your joints feel so great. Arthritis, any type of, it's amazing. So that's what I would do. I would stick with fruits and vegetables for your carbohydrate sources, but I would keep your fat up. You want to keep your fat to around 33% of your overall diet, and that's, you know, the good kind, the omega-3, 6s, and 9s, almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados, and that sort of thing, because the fat's not going to make you fat. It's going to add good calories to you, which is going to help your recovery, and it's going to keep your testosterone at a high level. See, if you drop your fat, you're going to drop testosterone, period.
I need cholesterol to make testosterone.
That's right. And so, but you're going to get plenty of cholesterol if you're eating eggs in the morning. And the whole egg, the yolk is actually going to help lower the bad cholesterol and keep your good cholesterol at a peak level. So, you know, that's why I'm saying those things are going to be real beneficial, both of them, for you. So proteins, low glycemic carbohydrates in the form of fruits and vegetables, and good healthy fats, all are very important for what you're looking for. So transitioning out of that, all you need to do, there's no real transition. I would just go into more solid food than doing the liquid whey protein, because you can't get all the quality protein you want from a whey powder. You need to go with real food. And it's just it's better for your body. It's what your body wants.
How long do you suggest I stay on this to achieve my goal?
I think you ought to just switch over now. because the foods,
really?
because the foods in the anti-inflammatory diet, they're going to be cleansing your body as you eat them. It's not like what you're doing is a super cleanse. Fasting would be a better cleanse than what you're doing. You're doing an active cleanse. Basically, you're eating foods that eliminate inflammation and remove toxins from the body. Well, it's better to do that with natural food than it is a whey protein powder. It's better to actually have steak or fish or chicken for your protein source rather than a whey protein any day of the week, because solid food, real food, whole foods are always better than any supplemental form.
This is the first time in my life I've ever gone without eating pastas or breads or anything like that. And the transformation, I feel, is just incredible. And I'm calling about your anti-inflammatory diet. I don't have a computer, so I haven't even had a chance to go to your site to see what it consists of, and I'm really interested in that.
Okay, it's fine. We can, if you just go, you can go to any bookstore and get the book Empowering Your Health. It's everywhere. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Borders, it's at all bookstores. You pick up a copy of that and you get started with it. It's got the anti-inflammatory diet in there, and that'll put you on the right path. Read it from cover to cover, though. It will teach you things. If you're in the fitness world and you understand how health works from a physical perspective, it's going to teach you all the other areas that maybe the magazines have misguided you a little bit on. Good, solid science with a lot of common sense on how the body really works. And I think you'll just get great perspective from it, and it'll lead you down the path that you're looking for. But, yeah, just go ahead and make the switch. There's no reason to stay on the cleanse, and if you've already done it for 2 weeks, that's more than enough time. Just go to the anti-inflammatory diet, get started with that, and you'll be good to go from there. Keep the exercise up. Make sure when you're weight training and working out, keep it under 45 minutes, because 46 minutes, your cortisol levels go up. It's going to be counterproductive. It's a stress hormone that causes you to store body fat and to actually lose muscle tissue, going completely against the things that you're attempting to do. All right, Stephen, thanks for the call, my friend. Questions about your health, phone lines are open. Check in with us, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Let's go to Billy. Hi, Billy. Welcome to the show. How can I help?
Yes, I've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, and they tell me that I stop breathing several times during the night. Is there anything that I can do for that?
Well, Billy, how long have you been diagnosed with it? Has it been recently? Or
yes,
for
recently.
A long time? Okay. Are you overweight?
Maybe some, yes.
How many pounds do you think?
10.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So we're not looking at a lot of weight. And they said you wake up several times during the night. Do you dream much, or do you tend not to dream?
No,
yeah.
Not really.
Have you done any blood work recently, Billy?
Yes.
Okay. Have you done anything for your iron levels? Have they checked that, or your B12 levels?
I haven't been told if they're not, not
good or
right.
bad. All right. Well, let's talk about sleep apnea when we come out of this break, because there's a couple things I want to run by you. So we'll talk about sleep apnea, ways to get out of it, some tests that I think your physician should run that will be able to give us some valuable information. Diagnosing Hope, one caller at a time. Want to turn back the clock 15 years and have more energy? This is Dr. Asa telling you to just breathe with LiveO2. LiveO2 delivers the right amount of oxygen we need for optimal health. Go to liveO2.com. That's liveO2.com.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Lines are open this hour as we talk about your life and talk about your health. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. I'm your health and lifestyle coach. You're listening to the show that's empowering your health. Thanks for joining me on the program. If you need a new prescription for your life, then make an appointment with me right now. 888-283-7272, or send me an email. Going to the break, we're talking with Billy. Billy's been struggling with sleep apnea for a period of time. And Billy, you said that you're not that overweight. You only need to lose about 10 pounds. And so they've recently diagnosed you with this. And you wake up how many times during the night, did they say?
Well, I don't really know. They said moderate.
Okay, got it. So moderate amounts, and they haven't done a whole lot of blood work, an extensive amount. What I would recommend you do, two things, because when you wake up a lot during the night and you're dealing with sleep apnea, it's lack of oxygen many times. It's lack of oxygen not just while you're sleeping, but it can be lack of oxygen to the cells themselves. So usually what you want to run are two tests, one for iron deficiency, which is a lack of oxygen through iron and hemoglobin, and then also with B12. So the two tests would be TIBC, which is total iron binding capacity. The other one is MMA, which is methylmalonic acid. Both of those would be real helpful to find out, because if you're lacking iron or B12, then it can cause issues with sleep apnea, and what they found. The other thing, too, is when you don't dream a lot and you're waking up often during the night, then one of your neurotransmitters is probably very low due to, it could be stress in your life, or just a variety of factors could be causing it. But acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter, and there's several neurotransmitters. There's four main ones that are looked at, and there's also noradrenaline, but there's dopamine, GABA, acetylcholine, and serotonin. Serotonin is the big one for depression. But acetylcholine, when it gets low, it can cause issues with sleep. And it's the number one neurotransmitter that we utilize while we're sleeping. It connects all the different points within the nervous system. And when it gets low, then we don't go into that deep stage REM sleep that we need to be going into. And it's very common, actually, especially with our stressful lifestyles. If you go through anything, any type of stressful situation or life event, that can happen, and it can cause your body to really struggle with the sleep area. So acetylcholine, bringing that up will be a big help. Phosphatidylcholine is what you would take, and you can pick that up at any health food store. You want to take probably 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams, very safe to take before bedtime, and it'll throw you into a deeper sleep. But I would get the blood test done, TIBC, and also MMA for methylmalonic acid, just to see, what might be going on. So those are the couple things I would suggest to you. And I would definitely start on the anti-inflammatory diet, of course, simply because that's a good foundation. Every good plan needs a good foundation. The things that you eat, you are what you eat, first of all, just like my granny taught me, and it's true. So the things you put inside your body become your body, and reducing inflammation in the body is going to be a big step toward getting your health back and getting your sleep back, which is a huge deal. I know you don't want to, the thought of being on a CPAP machine forever is definitely not appealing, and I think if you can get things back to be as normal as possible, that's going to make you a happy little camper. So that's what I would do. Get the blood test done, and then get started on the anti-inflammatory diet and get your acetylcholine levels up, and let me know how things go. Thanks for the call. Questions about your health, phone lines are open. Check in with me, 888-283-7272. 888-283-7272. If you need a new prescription for your life and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, let's go to Susan. Hi, Susan. Welcome to the show, hon.
Hi.
How can I help? Hi there.
Hello?
Talk to me, Susan.
Hi. Back in May, I was diagnosed with H. pylori virus.
Okay.
And they did the antibiotic treatments, and I guess it did okay, but then it didn't do too well. Because a couple weeks later, I got like a reoccurrence. So now I'm on a 14-day of antibiotics, and I'm still getting diarrhea, vomiting during this 2-week period. I'm on like the 9th day of a 14-day, of antibiotics. Is that normal?
It can be normal, just depending on how your body reacts to the antibiotics. But let me shed some light on this for you. Mm-hmm. H. pylori bacterium is a real challenge. It's one of the number one causes for peptic ulcers as well. The one thing that will kill the H. pylori bacterium, and I'm surprised they haven't used this with you, is bismuth salts. And you can actually, now, the better thing to do would be to actually get bismuth salts. You can get it in a supplemental form from health food stores. But the better way to do it, another way to do it would be Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol actually has a high concentration of bismuth in it, but it will actually kill the bacterium. But see, now you've been taking antibiotics for a period of time, and it's messed up your intestinal flora.
Right.
That's why you're having the diarrhea and that sort of thing. So what I would encourage you to do is finish that out, because you don't want to just stop cold turkey. Mm-hmm. You want to go ahead and finish that round, and I would increase your probiotics, which, put the good bacteria back in your digestive tract. I would increase probiotics to about 4 to 8 twice a day on an empty stomach.
Twice a day.
Twice a day. That's going to put the good bacteria back in your digestive tract. I would get on the anti-inflammatory diet to make sure you're not putting any inflammatory foods in your body, and that's all in my book, Empowering Your Health. You get started with that. But I would do high concentration of ionic silver and bismuth salts. That will kill the H. pylori bacteria. It's a bacterium. It's not a virus. So it's a bacteria.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, it's okay. It's easy to get confused, but it's all right. But that's the bismuth is what will kill it, and it's proven. It's in every medical textbook. It's in every diagnostic tool with H. pylori bacterium. It's proven. Bismuth salt's the number one thing that can wipe out the H. pylori bacterium.
Okay, and where do you get
that
you're good.
At? You can get that. I would look online or. $7272. That's 888-283-7272. Diagnosing hope, one caller at a time. Whether you're absolutely thriving or challenged in a hospital bed, remember there's hope to get your health back. The body regenerates. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to AsaRx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Open this hour as we talk about life and talk about health. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. This is the show where your health is your greatest wealth. I'm your health and lifestyle coach, and this is Healthy Talk Radio. Thanks for joining me on the program. If you'd like to participate in this show, you can jump in and call 888-283-7272. Check in. Get on the phone, and let's get well. 888-283-7272. It's time to stop worrying, folks, and start living. Get healthy together, just you and me. Your answers are just a phone call away. Send a short and easy to read email. I'll do my best to make it part of the show. Empowering your health, empowering your life. That's what this show is all about. Let's go to Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Welcome to the show. How can I help?
Yes, I have a problem with dry scalp and dandruff all year long. I can't get rid of it. I've tried everything over the counter, and I just can't get rid of it.
So you've been having dandruff and dry skin on the scalp. Tell me a little bit about what you're eating every single day, because what you do, it's skin conditions of any kind, the flaking and the itching. It's not an outside-in thing. It's more of an inside-out thing. So a lot of skin challenges, even with the scalp, has to do with the things you're putting inside your body every day. So what does the day look like in the life of Cindy? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Basically, I do start out with breakfast tacos. I do have, hot dogs. Basically have a child, so we kind of eat macaroni and cheese, a lot of dairy products, and, pasta, things like that.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you something that is going to probably not make you too happy. I've got good news and bad news. Which one do you want first?
Either one of them. I'm going to hear them both. So.
All right. Let me tell you, the good news is that your dandruff is going to go away with no problem. That's the good news. Okay. The bad news is that you've got to give up wheat products, anything with flour in it, and cow's milk dairy. So that means no milk. It means no macaroni and cheese, no pasta, no breads, no crackers, nothing like that. The only thing you need to be eating for your carbohydrate sources are fruits and vegetables. And then your protein needs to come from lean quality protein sources, not hot dogs, but like chicken, fish, beef, eggs. That's where you need to get your protein source from. And you're going to need plenty of healthy fats, which are the omega-3, 6s, and 9s, like almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados. That's where your good fats are coming from. You don't have enough omega-3 fatty acids. That's why you've got issues with your skin, and you've got food allergies that are being formed by eating so much wheat flour, processed food, and cow's milk dairy. So that's where all of that's coming from, and that's why you're not feeling too great. So the dandruff will go away, but I bet your energy levels aren't that great either. And see, that's going to come up as well. See, that's going to change as well. So we're not just – the dandruff is nothing but a symptom of something deeper that's going on the inside. So changing the way you eat will change the way you live. Now, a couple of supplements I would recommend for you would be a tablespoon of cod liver oil twice a day for the omega-3 fats, also for vitamin A and vitamin D. So both of those really important for you, and probiotics and digestive enzymes. There's 3 of the foundational 4, and you could go ahead and take all 4, which would be digestive enzymes, the probiotics, cod liver oil, and the multivitamin. A good whole food multivitamin, that is, will be great and will really give you the things that you need. That's pretty simple stuff, okay? As far as to get rid of it, follow the anti-inflammatory diet, which is in my book, Empowering Your Health. Cod liver oil, probiotics, digestive enzymes, and basically you're getting rid of the wheat products, floured products, processed foods, and cow's milk dairy, and you'll be good to go. The omega-3s will really make a difference with your skin and with the scalp. I mean, you'll notice that, I would say, in 2 or 3 days, and all the itching and that sort of thing. You really, if you're feeding your child those sorts of things, I encourage you to change the way your child is eating as well, because the things you put inside your body become your body. If you put macaroni and cheese in your body, you're going to have macaroni and cheese skin cells, heart cells, liver cells, lung cells, kidney cells, because the body regenerates every single day. So each day, old cells are dying off and new cells are forming, and based on the raw materials that we put inside of our body, that's the kind of body that we're going to have. So what kind of body do you want your child to have, and what kind of body do you want you to have? You know, high-quality foods, high-quality body. Low-quality foods, low-quality body. It's common sense, all this kind of thing. It's a lot of fun. We're always here for you, Cindy. Thanks for the call. Questions about your health, give us a call, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Let's go to James. Hi, James. Welcome to the show, my friend. How can I help?
Yes, I had surgery a couple years ago on my back, and quite frankly, I had a lot of hardware put in. I just can't get out of pain, and I am currently taking pain medication, and I'm pretty sure I'm addicted to it as well. Would like to know what I could do to take for pain besides pain medication.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Get off the pills.
Well, it is, and I think anybody would. But let's talk about. Give me the kind of the rundown of why you're taking them and how long till now you've been taking them.
I had back surgery, spinal surgery, 2007, and I have permanent nerve damage.
In what area?
I've been taking pain medication for 2 years now, in the neck and the back, and nerve damage down the arms.
All right. Now, has any of that changed at all? Or the pain medication is just masking the pain, that's it, right?
Right.
Okay. Have you did physical therapy? Have you gone to therapy and had no results, some results? Give me the rundown on that. No result.
I went
okay.
several weeks after my surgery and did not respond.
So you had surgery, and pretty much the surgeon is just kind of shrugging the shoulders, saying it is what it is. Here's some pain meds, and I wish you the best.
Correct.
Okay. Well, just know this. Know that regardless of what you're dealing with or what you're struggling with, there's always hope. And there's always the ability for your body to regenerate. Just always hold on to that. Inflammation, regardless, starts in the digestive tract. Okay? So, even though you're dealing with your pain meds, I can tell you, well, let's do this or that. And there's different herbs and things you can take. And we can talk about that. Homeopathic remedies, there's things like arnica that is the homeopathic that you can take and is very good for alleviating pain. You actually put it externally in a cream or a gel, or you can take it internally as a tincture, and it does work to help get rid of the body of aches and pains, and especially some neurological type pain, which is what you're dealing with right now. I would, even though you've been under physical therapy, I would consider going to either an osteopathic physician, which is a DO, or a chiropractic physician, which is a DC. And the reason I'm saying that is even post-surgery, there's some great results that I think either one of those physicians could give you with the different therapies that they can provide. Also, low-level laser therapy is another great thing to do. It's a new procedure, a therapy that's been out for about 4 or 5 years. It's FDA approved, and they just got tremendous results with it. Post-surgery, reducing scar tissue, regenerating cells, lowering pain. They've used it effectively for pain management. So it's just something else to look into, and I think it's something that for you to consider in that low-level laser therapy category. I think it'd be a great benefit to you. So anyway, the anti-inflammatory diet that's in my book, Empowering Your Health, great place to start. Inflammation, whether it's with your nervous system, post-surgery, arthritis, fibromyalgia, whatever it might be. You get rid of the inflammation in the digestive tract. That's one of the greatest starting points for you for reducing the amount of pain that you're struggling with now currently. I think it'd be a great benefit to you, getting rid of the processed foods, making sure that you're eating the right things, the right combinations of lean quality protein sources, low glycemic carbohydrates in the form of fruits and vegetables, and the good healthy fats. And the omega-3, 6s, and 9s, those are going to be your best friend. So keep your omega-3s high. And cod liver oil, you can do a tablespoon twice a day of that. Phenomenal. I think it'll make a big difference in your overall health and help you reduce the pain. This will be a slow process. This won't happen overnight. But if you'll start making some of these, I think, these adjustments in your life and changing some of the lifestyle choices that you're making currently, that's going to give you the best results. Because remember, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I know you're looking for something different. That's why we're chatting right now. So I just encourage you to get started with that and see one of those physicians, either a DO or a DC, and I think they'll have some great options for you for treatment. And then we can go from there. You can always email me or call back here on the show. I'm here each and every night. Thanks for the call, my friend. Questions about your health? Give me a call, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. If you need a new prescription for your life and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're listening to On Call. Let's go to Tom. Hi, Tom. Welcome to the show, my friend. How can I help?
Yes, I have a question about fluoride and its effects in the body, on the bones and stuff, and how to maybe possibly detoxify or to get the fluoride out of the body. I've been having a very hard time finding water, drinking water. When you're on the road trying to find, bottled water and stuff, you never know which ones have it in there and which ones don't.
So you're talking about the bottled water just that you would get from a gas station or whatnot and being able to avoid fluoride?
Yes, being able to avoid it, yes.
And what is your big concern? Do you have any issues with your thyroid? Are you hypothyroid or hyper?
Not now, and I'd like to keep it that way.
That's great. Well, that's good, and that's why I was curious about that. Most of the bottled waters, even though we've all heard the stories and read the articles about how there's no regulation on different bottled water companies, but Avion's a good choice when you're out and about. They're pretty clean. You're not going to find fluoride in their water typically, and if you're worried about an accumulation of fluoride in your body, you can do chlorella. Is a great oral chelation agent, and if you take that a couple times a day, it's going to make a big difference in clearing out the body with heavy metals, with excess toxins. Avion and Voss are two great companies that carry, and Fiji, by the way. Fiji's a great water too. Okay, thanks for the call, my friend. Want to turn back the clock 15 years and have more energy? This is Dr. Asa telling you to just breathe with LiveO2. LiveO2 delivers the right amount of oxygen we need for optimal health. Go to liveO2.com. That's liveO2.com.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
If you need a new prescription for your life, then make an appointment with me right now, 888-283-7272. Our quote for the day comes from Josh Billings. He says, success does not consist in never making blunders, but in never making the same one a second time. Always learning from our mistakes, one of the greatest things that we could do. It's not a big deal to fail or to mess up or to, do the wrong thing. It's learning from our mistakes and not doing the same thing over and over again. Great quote. Questions about your health, give us a call, 888-283-7272. You're listening to Dr. Asa on Call. Let's go to Virginia. Hi, Virginia. Welcome to the show, hon. How can I help?
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I have two problems. One, I developed retinitis pigmentosa and lost my vision. Mm-hmm. And I've never found anyone that could tell me anything to do other than basic vitamins and supplements. But a major problem I have is lumps in the outer thighs that stay inflamed and very sore, even more so sometimes than others. But I have these little lumps all in my legs. You can't see them if you looked at my legs externally, but they're there, and they're beginning to be in my upper arm on the inside. And I have some that have developed on my hands, although you can't see those either, but they're there, and when I rub my hand or my arm or my legs, they're there, and they're very painful at times. And when I was younger, like a teenager, jumping all around the tennis court trying to play tennis, I would suddenly black out and just have to stop playing. And even now, if I try to ride a bike or something where I'm using my legs, it'll just suddenly hit that I can't keep going. I have to just put my feet out in the air while the bike slows up on its own.
Okay. So you've had, with all of this, no one has been able to help you, especially with the pigmentosa, the retinitis pigmentosa?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Has anyone recommended to you that you take high levels of vitamin A? Has that ever been mentioned to you?
I can barely hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Has anyone ever mentioned to you to be able to take higher levels of vitamin A?
Yes.
Okay. So 25,000 to 30,000 units a day.
Right. And I take some in the capsule form, or I guess gel caps. And I take cod liver oil twice a day.
Okay.
And, I've been a big supplement buff all these years trying to find something that would work, particularly for the RT.
Yeah.
And now with all these painful circulation problems, I don't know that it's circulation. I don't even know what it is. I've thought many times maybe it's a parasite. I grew up on homegrown pork, and I've heard bizarre stories about things about, eating pork. And I don't eat pork anymore. Been off of that for a number of years. But anyway, what do you suggest?
Well, what I suggest is a couple things. When you're looking at the body and you're looking at how it functions, and you got these little bumps on your leg, and they're painful. See, that's different. Now, if they were painless, I would be thinking a different direction. But they come and go, the pain, right? It's not constant.
Well,
Is
some
that
of
right?
them as large as a nickel, I guess, in the outer thighs, and some of them are as small as an English pea.
Now, has any doctor diagnosed those? Have they called them lipomas? What have they told you?
They don't tell me anything. They just sit there, and I say, please take one out and examine it and see what happens,
Sure.
what it is.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
But I've never found a doctor that would do that.
Well, they're usually, if they're little bumps like that and they're small and then some large, it could be lipomas. And all that is a benign little fatty cyst that's underneath the skin. That's usually very common. It happens when there's a lot of stress in the body, higher levels of cortisol, which is a stress hormone. When that gets elevated in the body, that's what happens is you get quite a bit of excess, and it can form those little fatty cysts. One of the best ways to help get rid of those, or reduce them rather, is to take proteolytic enzymes. Proteolytic enzymes you can pick up at a health food store, but what they do, you want to take them away from food. And a lot of times when you have excess proteins floating around in the blood, it can cause these little cysts to form. And by taking proteolytic enzymes, it will, post after a meal, rather than the body not digesting and processing these little proteins, it will actually start to, kind of make sure the proteins get metabolized in the body. And that can help reduce cortisol, and it can help reduce these little fatty cysts that tend to form. I know that's really frustrating. Now, with vascular-related issues, which it sounds like you have as well, that's kind of a different animal. And what I would do and recommend for you, of course, I would do the anti-inflammatory diet that's in my book, Empowering Your Health. Get started with that. And then, because you always want to have a good foundation regardless of what you're doing. So putting the right kinds of foods in your body. And it's real simple. Equal amounts of lean protein sources, low glycemic carbohydrates in the form of fruits and vegetables, and good healthy fats, the omega-3, 6s, and 9s, like almonds, walnuts, cashews, and avocados, and things of that nature. All of those will be very helpful. CoQ10 is a really good one for you in dealing with vascular issues. And I would look at NADH. NADH is an activated version of vitamin B3. And I've seen it do great things, especially if those are little lipomas. But I would go find another physician, even a dermatologist, to talk to just to get that confirmed. No one should be scratching their heads at something like that. You should have a doctor that should be able to look at that and either test it like you're asking them to do and find out what it is. I would keep digging, okay? Have somebody get their hands on that. But we'll be here for you each and every night. Thanks for the call. It's another hour in the charts. I'd like to thank our producer. Go tell one person something you learned on this show, and together we can change the health of our friends, our families, and our communities. You're listening to the best in healthy talk radio, where we're diagnosing hope one person at a time.
Did you know you could listen to the AsaRx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the AsaRx audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.